A new office in the State Board of Education is raising questions now among schools and parents.
Now, we first told you yesterday, State Superintendent Ryan Walters announced the Office of Religious Liberty and Patriotism. However, what that office will do and how much it'll cost taxpayers is unclear.
New at 5, Fox 23's Devin Lyon dove into the responsibilities of this office. He joins us live with how it could impact people and their kids' schools.
That's right. Walters says this office is in line with one of President-elect Trump's education priorities, which is the quote, freedom to pray or right to pray in schools. What we want to know and bring you, the viewer, is how this will impact you. What's in those education priorities and how much it will cost you, the taxpayer.
The education system has needed these reforms for decades. President Trump is bringing them into place, and we're going to be the first state ready to go to enact them.
The state superintendent is aligning his policies with that of the president-elect. Ryan Walters' newly announced Office of Religious Liberty and Patriotism is no different. When it announced the office, Walters said it has 3 areas of focus: promoting religious liberty and patriotism, protect the right of students and teachers to pray in school, and, quote, oversee investigations into abuse of the religious freedom of students.
And we're going to be the state that is going to be the tip of the spear. We're going to be the ones most prepared to enact that agenda.
Agenda 47 is a video of Donald Trump outlining his top 10 priorities. In it, he says public schools must ensure the religious freedoms of students are protected or their federal funding might not be secured.
Our schools must be totally refocused to prepare our children to succeed in the world of work and in life and the world of keeping our country strong.
The new state office Walters is creating hopes to enforce that, which brings into question, to what extent could public schools be penalized if the state believes their policies infringe on a student's First Amendment right? The right to pray in schools for any religion has been protected by state law since 2013. The office itself cannot enforce state or federal law, but it can report back to the Board of Education, which can then penalize a school. That penalty could impact anything from access to funding and even accreditation status. As far as cost, there has been nothing released as to how much money could be funneled into that office to operate. I pulled the OSDE's fiscal request for the coming year. The board asked the state legislature for $3 million more for a section called Compliance, Oversight, and Operational Functions. If the office were to get money appropriated from anywhere, it would be from this portion of the budget request. Now, it's important to reaffirm that part is just a budget request, and it needs approval from the state legislature next legislative session. It could see dozens of changes. I spoke with the Tulsa Classrooms Teacher Association on this topic. They told me there's a better way to be spending taxpayer dollars that benefits students and teachers' real needs. I'll have that part of the story for you on Fox 23 News at 6. Live in studio, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
Schools have not been sent guidance on this yet, on what they need to know about this office and how it will impact them. It's also important to note there was a Supreme Court ruling that expanded the right to exercise freedom of religion in schools in 2022. You can view that ruling for yourself in this story on fox23.com.